Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're diving into a really interesting devotional text called Healing in the Atonement. We're going to see how one single core belief about personal health can literally scale up into a global mission trying to reach 500 million people. It's quite a journey. And it all kicks off with this one line from the New Testament. You know, for the source material we're looking at today, this phrase isn't just a piece of scripture, it's the absolute key. It's the foundation for everything else that follows. So what does it actually mean to them? Okay, let's get right to it. The core theological argument. This is the bedrock that the entire mission and everything we're about to discuss is built on. So the main idea here is pretty radical when you think about it. The source is arguing that physical healing isn't some kind of optional extra, a bonus prize you might get. Nope. They're saying it's a guaranteed part of the whole package of salvation, just as fundamental as the forgiveness of sins. And here's exactly how they connect those dots. They draw this really powerful, direct parallel. The idea is that just as Christ's body on the cross is believed to have taken care of sin, the wounds he received, those stripes, are believed to have taken care of sickness. It's a one-for-one deal, one action for your spiritual state, another for your physical state. And this is important. It's not just presented as theory. The author makes it deeply personal, claiming that they've been living in this reality, in this kind of divine health, for over 2 decades. And that's a really key move, right? It takes this big theological concept and brings it down to a tangible, everyday experience for a believer. So, if that's the belief, how do you actually make it work in your life? Well, this is where the text pivots from theology to a super clear personal call to action. It's all about, okay, here's what you do now. And they lay out this really simple 3-step playbook. You start with gratitude, just thanking God for something you believe is already done. Then you move to actually speaking it out loud, declaring you're healed. And finally, you surrender. You let go of those areas of need and trust that the work is finished. That verbal part, the declaration, is absolutely crucial. The source even provides a script, a prayer, that becomes the focal point. It's a way for someone to formally say, okay, I get it, I believe it, I accept this into my life right now. It's all about making that belief concrete with your own words. And here is where things just explode in scale. We go from one person's private, personal experience of healing to a global mission with a goal so ambitious, it's honestly hard to wrap your head around. Yep, 500 million. That is the target number. The text calls it Operation 500 Million Souls for Christ. I mean, just to put that into perspective for you, that's a population bigger than the United States, Canada, and the UK combined. The scale is just immense. So how in the world do you even begin to get people on board with a mission that huge? Well, they've made it really simple. They provide 3 clear on-ramps. Basically, whether you have time, talent, or treasure, there's a specific role for you. You can pray, you can go, or you can give. It's a very practical 3-pronged strategy to build a massive movement. Of course, a mission this big can't run on enthusiasm alone. It needs a serious support structure. And according to this text, the engine that powers the whole operation is a massive, highly coordinated global prayer network. And listen, this is not some casual, hey, pray when you get a minute kind of thing. This is a tightly organized, round-the-clock operation. You've got people in Nigeria praying at midnight, which lines up with evening prayers in the US and Canada, and on and on. They've created this continuous 24/7 chain of prayer that spans the entire globe. And how do they keep this global community all on the same page? They use pretty much every tool available in the modern world. I mean, look at this. They're on WhatsApp for prayer groups, Telegram for podcasts, and all the big social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. They're meeting people exactly where they are online to grow this thing. And finally, the text brings it all home. It connects every single one of these threads. The personal healing, the global mission, the prayer network. It all ties back to one ultimate purpose. It frames all of these present-day actions as preparation for what their faith calls the glorious return of Jesus Christ, giving everything they do this powerful, future-focused meaning. So, when you step back and look at it, what this text really gives us is this incredible blueprint. It shows a clear path from a very personal, internal belief about one's own health, all the way up to this massive, highly organized global movement. And it just leaves you with this big question to chew on. How does something so personal fuel something so massive?